Welcome to What to Do When, a podcast from real lawyers with real perspective, where we explore a variety of legal issues and scenarios. Each week, we focus on a new topic and discuss what to do when and if any of these legal scenarios ever happen to you or a loved one. With over 40 years of combined legal experience, our hosts offer their unique perspectives and insights on a range of real-life legal situations.
Hi, thanks for joining us again here at Critzer Cardani in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Scott. Jackie, what's on the docket for today?
Ooh, ChatGPT and other AI tools.
I don't know, folks. There's a big case out of California. It's really scary for lawyers, but it's also scary for people. So this decision basically says that if you engage AI, Claude, Chat,
GPT.
Yes, GPT. I don't say that because I can't say it, and I don't want you to laugh at me. But anyways, if you engage one of those services, especially like me as a lawyer, say I have your case. It's a grand larceny case, and I put in the facts of your case and try to get some answer from Chat or Grok or whatever they are, and then you go like this. Guess what? The Commonwealth or the state can discover what I put in there. Why is that? Why can they get that information, Jack?
Well, the short answer is because when you plug it into or offer it up to a third party, it's discoverable. It's really essentially what the case is saying. It's no different than if I'm your client and I bring with me a friend to the meeting. That destroys privilege unless, of course, it's because I'm not able to function on my own. There's some exceptions. But if I'm just bringing my friend because I want my friend to come and hear what my lawyer has to say, what's discussed in that meeting, that privilege is broken, and that friend can be subpoenaed as a witness by the state to testify as to what we talked about. So you have to, and that's the same thing. That's essentially what the federal case out in California said, was that you are putting this information available. You're breaking your own privilege. So some big ethics issues there, client confidentiality, right? If you're breaking the privilege by putting it into the AI function, whichever one it is, to figure it out, you are putting your client at risk, right? So now you've got professional responsibility issues, but it goes even further, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it goes to you too. I mean, when so say you're at home and you think you maybe did something wrong and you start searching that, you're putting it out there in a place where it can be discoverable. And so if you were looking how to make a bomb out of a tin can and you actually blow something up with a tin can bomb and they don't know if you did it or not, they search your social media or your chat and all of a sudden there's some evidence against you that wasn't there before.
Well, and even more, right? So this case, we were listening to a young lady who actually did a little blurb on it, and what the case really stands for is this. I come in, I talk to Scott. He's my lawyer for whatever the thing is I needed a lawyer for. And I go home and I, based on our conversation, plug some things into AI and I want some analysis, maybe of some thought process or maybe some, whatever it is. Just because it was privileged when I left here does not mean it keeps privileged. So if I've plugged it into ChatGPT, even after our meeting where it was privileged, I have just released the privilege by using AI.
Yeah. It's like this, when I first started, I did it multiple thousands of juvenile cases. And when you have a juvenile case, the parent always came in with the child and they wanted to stay in the meeting. And I always had to say, ma'am, I understand that you want to be here and I understand why you want to be here, but this breaks the privilege. So what happens is in that case is if mom's sitting in the meeting and Junior tells me that he actually stabbed his coworker, they can subpoena mom to say that he said it. So this is the exact same thing. Now AI is your mom in that meeting. And as soon as you engage mom in the meeting, the privilege is gone. And I used to have people get so mad at me. That's not fair. That's not right. I get it, but it's where we are.
Well, this is probably just my hyperbole. I think this is going to lead to some sort of private use membership. I don't know, because it really was about it being public. Mm-hmm. It was really using opening up to a third party, because we as attorneys have platforms that are closed universe AI, where you're still cautioned not to include specific details of your cases, whatever kind of case it is. You're certainly not supposed to use client names, even in a closed universe. But I bet you couldn't reach through I bet that doesn't break privilege inside the closed universe.
And also know this is a California case, so it hasn't hit the United States or Virginia yet, but it's coming, and
it's a nice circuit out there. So.
Yeah, which has some good nicknames, but I won't go there. But you're talking, it's coming, and we have to just be, as lawyers, we have to be cutting edge and know what's coming. It's very important to protect your rights. So we have to realize that these things are coming, and we have to be extra careful as we, research your case or look for ideas or look for information even on your case. All those things can lend to a door opening that we didn't expect if we don't understand this.
For sure. And it's not really surprising to know that the government, the state, the Commonwealth, wherever you are, can look into your history, right? Your internet history. We hear it on Dateline or the other true crime TV shows, right? We're like, oh, this person happened to be looking up, how to buy arsenic under the radar or something silly like that, where they're researching ahead of time the way to kill somebody, or maybe they're looking for a murder for hire person, right? And so we know that they can go in, they can take your phone, your iPad, they can do your history search, they can do all these things. This really goes to a whole nother level, right? Because now it's in this, which we know, if you use AI, it is forever logged in an AI bank to help develop the monster, right? Yeah. It just keeps growing, and so it's forever saved. Where I don't know that Google saves the searches. I don't have any idea, or Yahoo,
or
any of the other ones. And so then the question I have to ask is, well, can the Commonwealth issue a subpoena to Google for your Google credentials? And does that pull up your search terms?
Yeah, it's got to be there, and it's coming. And these are all things we're going to have to fight. It's just like for those of you who have kids in college right now, the professors are able to see now through a program whether what they wrote was created by Chat or Claude or any of the other ones, and they have ways. So all that stuff is starting to show us how much information we're giving them and how much opportunity we're giving them to police us, basically, in a way that's kind of scary, actually, because it scares me, I should say. I just think it's kind of scary that they can get all that information.
Look, it's not that we want you to try to get away. We started this about the AI. It's not that we want you to get away with planning a crime. That's not the point. The point is an innocuous or relatively innocent search or use of AI can really lead you down a path of criminal culpability. And that's where you need to be really careful.
Yeah, and here in Virginia, whether you're in Chesterfield or Henrico, Williamsburg, or wherever, your attorney needs to understand this, because we don't know when that shoe's going to drop, but it's going to drop, and then you're going to have a different fight on your hands than you expected when you started the case.
Absolutely. How we can help you is up to you. We'd love to hear from you. info@cclawva.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of What to Do When. For more episodes, be sure to subscribe to our podcast, and we encourage you to check our archives to listen to previous topics. Tune in next week for a new episode and some fresh perspective from Critzer Cardani.